As February and Heart Health Month come to a close, we don't want to neglect the heart health of young people in our lives. Today I'm joined by Virginia Mason Franciscan Health sports medicine Dr. Hank Pelto and one of his patients, Albert Lee. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. This is a very important conversation. So, Dr. Pelto, sudden cardiac arrest is the leading cause of death in young people.
It is indeed. It's a really important cause. It's a tragic story that many of us have heard and seen on the TV or read in the newspaper of a young, healthy athlete doing the things that they love to do, and suddenly they just drop. And unfortunately, some of those people die, and it's a really important cause. Like you said, the leading cause of death during exercise of young athletes. So it's something that we take very seriously as sports medicine physicians and in the medical world in general. And we're here today to talk a little bit about Albert's story and some of the things that we can do to screen and try and make sure athletes are as healthy as possible to do their sport.
Well, because oftentimes we don't even know until it's too late.
That's exactly right. Yeah, most of these are silent diseases typically, so most of the time the first sign of any issue from a cardiac perspective in young athletes is sudden cardiac arrest, unfortunately.
So tell me, the Nick of Time Foundation and the screening that you're going to be doing with them. First of all, what an incredible organization, but tell me about the screening and what it does, how it helps detect that.
The Nick of Time Foundation is just an incredible group founded by Darla Valenti, whose son Nick Valenti died of sudden cardiac arrest in high school. And so Nick of Time Foundation puts on these heart screenings at local high schools, and then on March 8th we'll be at the Virginia Mason Athletic Complex and Virginia Mason Franciscan Health. Nick of Time Foundation and the Seahawks are putting on the screening. What you get is you come in, you get a really comprehensive heart screening. So we take your history, family history, personal history, listen to your heart, and then do an EKG, which is a really important piece of this, which looks at the electrical activity of the heart and helps us distinguish 80+% of the things that could potentially be wrong with the heart in a young athlete.
See that?
We'll see that on the EKG. We're very fortunate to have echocardiograms on site. We can do an ultrasound of the heart. So if anything flags is concerning, history, heart sounds, or the EKG, you get an even more extensive heart test right there at that moment. So love to see people sign up and come out and see us on March 8th to get their heart tested. We also do a training, or at least exposure to CPR and AED placement, which is really important for the community to make sure. So if an event like this happens, young people, older people, anybody along the age spectrum, we want people to have awareness of how to really truly be lifesavers.
How they can help. Well, now Albert, you attended last year's, I understand, and what happened? What did they find?
Well, I mean, it was a great experience. Basically, got my EKG. After that, learned how to do CPR and how to use the AEDs. So that was pretty neat and fun, and it's a good thing to know. And then I went to Dr. Pelto, and he showed my scan of the EKG that I had an abnormality. And then from there, I was in their hands, and they took care of me.
And you knew nothing about that? Your parents?
No, I did not know about this until it happened,
And without that screening, wow.
Yeah, we don't know. And I think a real key point of these screenings is that there's some understandable fear that people have about, I'm going to find something, or we're going to see something in myself or my child. Our goal is to enhance the activity and continue to allow safe participation in sports. The vast majority, Albert is a great example of this, is we find something, clearly an abnormality and a problem, something that could have been life-altering for him, and then we give him the best advice we can, treat it, and like him, he's back to school.
So what then did happen after the diagnosis?
So basically after the diagnosis, he kind of drew a heart on the back of the piece of paper, and he showed me what was going on. That showed the EKG. And then after that, I had a echocardiogram, and they saw where the abnormality was. And then after that, I was just, like I said, in their hands, and they took care of me, and I got in contact with just all the doctors who would help me. Yeah.
And we should say you're a baseball player.
Yep.
Still playing baseball.
Yep, still playing. Yep. 2 to 3 weeks after my surgery, you could say, it went really well, and I was back in a baseball tournament playing, and it went well.
Terrific. What a gift this foundation is, and the work that you're all doing. What else should parents and other adults keep in mind?
I think that regular screening and checking symptom-wise is really important too. So making sure you're aware of any changing symptoms or shifting things in exercise tolerance, chest pain, shortness of breath, and get those checked by your doctors. Again, Nick of Time is an incredible foundation. People outside of this area, there's other organizations under a group called Parent Heart Watch that you can find local screenings for. And we're just really lucky to partner with people like VMFH or Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, Seattle Seahawks to have these big screenings. So sign up, come see us, get tested.
Yep. And proof of that is sitting right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Thank
He's
you.
back doing his thing.
And just a reminder, this year's free heart screening with Nick of Time Foundation, Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, and the Seahawks is happening on March 8th at the Virginia Mason Athletic Center. To register, visit the website on your screen, vmfh.org/Seahawks.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Virginia Mason Franciscan Health.